Well, hello there, you skilled and confident pistol owner. Welcome to your graduation class. You made it. I hope you've enjoyed this course and that you've learned a lot. But just like all the other videos, let's start out by reviewing the 4 weapon safety rules. The first weapon safety rule is treat every weapon as if it is loaded even when you know that it's not. The second weapon safety rule is never point your weapon at anything you aren't willing to destroy. The third weapon safety rule is keep your finger straight and off the trigger until you're up on target and ready to fire. And the fourth rule is know your target and what lies beyond. Now let's clear out our pistol. If you have a manual safety, put your weapon on safe, remove the magazine, lock your slide to the rear, conduct your 3-point check of your chamber, magazine well, and slide face. Ensure all 3 areas are clear of any bullets. Send your slide home, and now we know our pistol is completely clear. If for any reason you're unable to ensure your pistol is clear, do not continue training with this video. All right, today's lesson, video 12, has 3 segments. We're going to start with focusing on trigger control and just getting in some good dry fire reps. And then we're going to pick up our pistol quickly and get off that first shot. And we're going to finish the course with some point shooting practice, because this is the one thing that you're going to need to know how to do if you ever get into a defensive situation. So your graduation class, everything is built up to this. Let's get to work. All right, let's pick up our pistol. You know what to do. So I'm going to test you in this first section. So just start doing what you know you're supposed to be doing, and I'm going to remind you of all these things and make sure that you're doing all of them. And if not, that's totally fine. You know, maybe you just need to go back, rewatch some videos, do whatever you need to do. But this is going to be kind of like a test. So just make sure as you're going through all of these reps, you're doing this correctly. So let's get up on target and just start practicing. And then I'm going to start pointing out what I think are some of the most important things to remember, and make sure you're doing these as you're getting your reps in. So do this for like another 10 seconds. I'm going to start testing you. And as I test you, just keep doing reps. The deal right now is to just get in as many reps as you can. Pull that trigger as many times in 5 minutes. All right. Do you have equal height, equal light, center mass on your target? Are you focusing on that equal height, equal light, center mass every time? Do you have a smooth, steady trigger pull? And is the only thing that's moving your trigger finger? Are you focusing on what your sights are doing as you pull the trigger? So if that sight is jumping all over the place, you know, okay, something's going wrong, I need to fix it, right? That sight should not be moving drastically. It's always going to move a little bit. Even surgeons shake a tiny little bit. Make sure you're watching those sights, because they tell you the story. Once you start pulling that trigger, are you stopping? Or are you pulling it straight to the rear? One smooth, steady trigger pull, right? And if it's fast, smooth, and steady. If it's slow, smooth, and steady. Do you have good bent arms? All right, all the way locked out and then slightly bent. So everybody put the pistol down. All right, pick it back up. Did you pull it into your hand? Did you bring it to your chest and then punch out? And now what am I going to say? What am I going to say? Once you punch out, hopefully you know by now. Are you vice gripping down with your support hand? Are your thumbs relaxed? Are you moving your feet so you have good natural point of aim? your front foot pointed towards your target as you move around. And are you getting 2 sight pictures per shot, or are you taking your shot and then instantly coming back? 2 sight pictures per shot. And remember my mathematical formula, sight picture equals number of shots taken plus 1. All right, one more time. Put the pistol down. Pick it back up. One nice clean rep. And now let's move on to picking up our pistol quickly and getting off that first shot. All right, this next section, I want you to pick a very small target, and I want you to pick up your pistol quickly and then get your sights on that target as quickly as possible and pull that trigger. But I want it to be a small target so that you're really being precise, really honing in on the very specific part of your target. So it's not just a general target, you're nailing down exactly where you want to point that gun. So pick your target and just start moving all over the room. Pick it up quickly. We're not point shooting, we're aiming. We're trying to do it quickly with a small target. Defensive situation, you may have to take a quick shot at a further distance if you're going to have a small target. Bad rep, that's totally fine. Acknowledge it. Better. Acknowledged it, got better, improved. Do your best. That's all you can do. Move around the room. Get comfortable shooting at all different angles. It has honestly been an absolute pleasure teaching you. I hope you really enjoyed this course, and thank you for signing up. It really means a lot that you signed up, took this course, got all the way to video 12, and hope you feel a lot more confident now with your abilities, a lot more comfortable with your pistol. It's just not something that people need to be scared of. The reason people are scared of them is because the only time they ever hold a pistol is when they're firing in their hand. Kind of makes sense that you'd be a little stressed out shooting a gun if the only time you ever hold it is when you're firing it. That was a money shot right there. All right, ensure your fundamentals are solid once you're out, right? We're doing this kind of quickly. So once you get out, how does your grip feel? Are your sights moving a lot as you're pulling that trigger? Are you jerking it, or is it a quick, smooth, and steady trigger pull? And remember to stay relaxed. People, when they start speeding up, they tend to kind of start getting tense, right? And when you're tense, you can't move quickly, right? If you're really tense, you can't like move around. You're not agile, right? So even if you're ever like under pressure, if you're ever in a real life defensive situation, it's gonna be hard not to panic, right? I've never been in that situation myself. I don't have firsthand experience, but we've all been in situations where we do panic, and it's really hard to stay relaxed in that situation. But you're probably gonna have to be moving around, and just remember, and even in like a practice situation, it's very easy to, once you start speeding up, to like tense everything up and the shoulders start hunching and you start turtlenecking or whatever. So take a breath and relax. Just relax. And just like with multiple targets, right, every single time you shoot a gun, you're looking exactly where you want that shot to go. And that's where you point your gun. That's where you look, and that's where your gun goes. Remember to take that pistol, chest, and then out. If you have a bad rep, do it again, just like I just did. That was better. Do 2 more. That was good. All right, last one. All right, now let's move on to our final skill, point shooting, the one I really want you to walk away with and be very comfortable with. All right, so remember for this section, we're not aiming in, right? You just shoot and then confirm. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Point, shoot, confirm. And remember that light switch. If you're a little bit off, boom. Take an extra shot. Very nice. And learn what you can get away with. The closer a target is to you, the faster you can pull the trigger, right? The faster you go, the more your fundamentals will break down. But you can get away with breaking down your fundamentals a little bit because speed sometimes is more important than accuracy, right? It doesn't matter in a real life situation if I get all the shots right here. I just have to get them right here, right? So if you're getting all your shots, and especially when you go to the range, a very good way to explain this is a lot of times, especially beginners, they'll get a target with like a bullseye on it and they'll get really wrapped up in like, oh, my shot's like low and to the left or my shot's high and right? And then you get totally wrapped up into this like target idea where the vast majority of people, unless you want to become a world-class shooter, it doesn't matter if you're hitting like bullseye, right? And it kind of screws up your shooting anyway because you start kind of second guessing yourself and then getting frustrated. And instead of shooting being fun and relaxing and enjoyable, you start getting all bummed out and stressed because you're missing the bullseye. So one of the things that I recommend to beginners is just, instead of buying different targets with bullseyes on them, just take 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper and just put that on your target, and that's your target, right? Just as long as you hit that white piece of paper, it's good. And say you have, you do a course of fire, 25 rounds, right? And you get 23 of the shots on paper. What do you think you can do? You can speed up, right? You can speed up. If all of your shots are getting in that area, that means you can speed up. You're effective at whatever speed you were just going at. And now you can go at a faster pace, which means you're still, your accuracy will probably decrease a little bit, but you want to basically find the sweet spot between speed and accuracy. Because when it comes to a defensive shooting situation, it doesn't matter if you're super accurate if it takes you 5 seconds to get a shot off. And it doesn't matter if you can get a shot off in 0.2 seconds if you can't hit the broadside of a barn, right? So combine speed and accuracy, and that is a winning formula for defensive shooting. And the last thing I want to leave you with is keep training. Right? It doesn't matter what package you signed up for. They all come with extra training videos. It doesn't matter if you signed up for the Defender program or the Defender Premium. 15 minutes a month at least. Just take 15 minutes and watch a video. And if you sign up for the Premium, then 30 minutes a month, you're training with new videos. If you got the Defender package, go back, rewatch some program videos, rewatch this video, do some multiple target engagement videos. Pistol shooting is not like riding a bike. And if you forget to train for 3 or 4 months and then you come back, you'll realize this. You'll be like, oh my gosh, my fundamentals broke down. I'm not as good and I forgot certain things. So just 15 minutes. Right? You got a pistol to defend yourself and your family. You owe it to yourself, frankly, to just spend 15 minutes. I try to make it as easy as possible with this course so that you can be constantly prepared to defend yourself and your loved ones. That was a nice shot. So please do that. And then if you ever have to use these skills, if you train for 15 minutes a month, then if you ever have to use these skills to defend yourself or your loved ones, it will have been max 30 days since you picked up your pistol and got reacquainted, felt comfortable, reinstilled that muscle memory. So it's not going to be, 6 months. You're like, oh my gosh, I haven't trained for 6 months. There's no point in doing all of this training and then not touching your gun for another 6 months. So 15 minutes a month, at least 15 minutes. If you want to do more, then that's totally cool too. But do 15 minutes. All right, let's do this a couple more times. It's honestly it's been a real pleasure. Thank you. It means a lot that you chose Duty to Train. And I appreciate your business. I appreciate you taking the responsibility of being a gun owner seriously. And It's honestly been super fun being here and doing this with you, because even though we're not in the same room, I feel like I kind of know you. And I hope you feel like you know me, because you've been watching me for the last 3-4 hours combined. So, all right, 2 more reps. Let's make them good. 2 last reps of Duty to Train home defense course. Let's go. Ooh, that was a good one. All right, last one. Last one. Pick out your target. Let's do it together. Last rep. Stop. If you're in the middle of one, get it done. Let's do one together. Ready? Get those fingers going. Get that grip. Do a little countdown. Race me, so you can get their shot off quicker. 3, 2, 1, go. Mine was a little lower than I wish it would have been. I can't end it like that. I just can't end it like that. I can't end it like that. All right, one more. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, yeah. I corrected, and there we go. All right. Thank you so much for choosing Duty to Train. Thank you for being a part of this course. It means more to me than I can possibly put into words. So until next time, until the next video that you train with me, stay safe, live free, and I will see you soon. I hope you enjoyed our course. If you got a lot out of this training program, I want to ask you a favor. Too many people purchase a gun, but they can't afford the time and or money for proper training. I want to change that. We all have a right to bear arms, but that gun just doesn't do you very much good if you don't have the proper training. Every American should be able to get the training that they need so that they can feel safe, because feeling safe should not be reserved solely for those who have ample time and money. In order to help as many people as possible, I need your help. If you benefited from this training, would you please tell your friends and family about it? I want to start the largest movement of responsible, well-trained gun owners the world has ever seen. And I know it sounds selfish, but I honestly don't believe there is any better way to train the millions of Americans that so desperately need it. And if you support my mission by telling others about my company, I promise you I will do good. As companies grow, many lose their vision. They get corrupted, they get bought out and controlled by big money. I will never sell Duty to Train under any circumstances. I will use the money I make to train as many people as possible, do good, and help others. That's it. I believe that my company can be a force for good in this crazy world, but I need your help to reach the masses. If everyone who watches this video tells one other person, imagine all of the people that we could train. It's millions, tens of millions. That's my mission. And should you choose to accept it, it's your mission too. And I know that sounds cheesy, but just like you and me, millions of Americans want to feel safer. And we can help them if we work together. So if you benefited from this course, please spread the word. Show people how easy it is to become a skilled and confident pistol owner. Let's start the largest firearms training movement in history. I appreciate your help. And until the next time I see you in class, stay safe and live free.